Am I in the air?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Am I on the Air? ah. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DonMega and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, non-spoiler reviews. You come right here to Am I on the Air on a weekly basis. It's season 28. It's episode 21. And yes, tonight's show is called Lady and Gentlemen's. That comes from our big non-spoiler review of Furiosa here tonight. We're going to be breaking down the news from May the 22nd through today, May the 28th. Broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios in lovely, hot as hell, Tucson, Arizona. So yeah, we got 3 non-spoiler movie reviews for you. Got about 5 different things on the TV side to talk about. And then, of course, we'll get into the news of the week. So let's jump right on in and start, ladies and gentlemen, with our movie, Furiosa. Furiosa, yes, where are we at? Directed by George Miller, this is the prequel film to Mad Max Fury Road. So now we got Furiosa, Mad Max Saga movie. Remember, in Fury Road, Charlize Theron played Furiosa. Everybody loved Furiosa. Even at the end of the movie, there was a lot of people being like, you know what? Tom Hardy was cool as Mad Max, but Furiosa was badass. And George Miller thought Furiosa was badass too, so much so that he said, I want to make a prequel movie with her and kind of show her backstory. And now Anna Taylor-Joy takes over that role as Furiosa. And then we got Chris Hemsworth in here as Dementis, the big villain of the movie. Now, this movie here, as the world fell, young Furiosa is snatched from the green place of many mothers and falls into the hands of a great biker horde led by the warlord Dementis. Sweeping through the wasteland, they come across the Citadel, presided over by the Immortan Joe. While the two tyrants war for dominance, Furiosa must survive many trials as she puts together the means to find her way home. So this movie here, like I said, it's a prequel. The first half of this movie is really Furiosa as a young girl, kind of, exploring, and then she gets abducted, and then we kind of are off to the races as we follow the story of young Furiosa, which turns into teenage Furiosa, young woman Furiosa with Anna Taylor-Joy. Okay. So Mad Max Fury Road came out, I believe, 9 years ago, which is just crazy at this point. Really fun movie, awesome movie there. Of course, it was the 4th Mad Max film with Tom Hardy kind of taking over the role from Mel Gibson. Now, George Miller did all the previous movies. And so a lot of people were a little disappointed that we're not getting a Mad Max in the Mad Max saga here, and that we were just focusing on a prequel. Prequels are hard because you kind of know where characters are going. You kind of know what's to come, right? It takes away from a lot of the surprises. The best thing about this movie is Chris Hemsworth. His Dementis is so good, and it seems like he's having a ball playing this character. He was so good in it, and I love seeing him be a villain. Great stuff here from Chris Hemsworth. Anna Taylor-Joy does amazing in this film as well, too. Like I said, she's only in about half the movie, and she really doesn't say very much in the movie either. But she is so expressive with her eyes, and the way Anna Taylor-Joy looks, she got those big eyes, and they just kind of get the point across. Now, I really enjoyed this movie. My biggest gripe with it, though, is the runtime. This is a 2.5-hour movie. Did not be 2.5 hours. It did not need to be 2.5 hours. If this movie was a tight 2 hours flat, Oh my God, I bet this movie would be incredible. This could have been our first 5-star movie of the summer, but it was not. The movie's too long. So when it's badass, it's badass. But when it's boring, it's pretty damn boring. This movie has a lot of lulls in it, man, and I found myself very, very bored at many moments throughout this movie. But when it kicks up gear and things are going, and we got the action, and we got just these incredible characters and set pieces, I was in it, man. I was in it full throttle. So at the end, am I a little disappointed? Yes. I expected more. I wanted a little bit more. But it really is just a pacing issue. That's really the biggest problem with this film, is just that it's too long. Trim out at least 20 minutes, and I think you got a super big winner on your hands. But other than that, I still would recommend it, especially if you're a fan of any of the Mad Max movies, especially Fury Road. I think you'll get a kick out of seeing Furiosa and her rise to become the Charlize Theron version down the road. So I would give Furiosa 4 out of 5 stars. It was really, really solid. It just needed to be trimmed down a little bit, and we could have found our way there. Okay, our next movie here is going back to the streaming side, and it is a new sci fi film called Atlas. Now, Atlas stars Jennifer Lopez. You got Simu Liu, Shang-Chi himself is in this thing. Sterling K. Brown, who I absolutely love from This Is Us. Mark Strong is even in this. So a really strong cast, really great cast. When I saw this trailer a couple months ago, I was in it. I was in it to win it because I used to play this video game Titanfall all the time and I loved it. And as soon as I saw the trailer to Atlas, I was like, oh my God, this is a Titanfall movie come to life. Now, after watching the movie, is it really a Titanfall movie? Not really, but it has elements to it that I really, really dug. It's got these like tech suits, and she kind of, commandeers one, and she's kind of fighting with the AI, and they're trying to do their thing. She is an analyst, and she's basically sent to this planet to try to capture this renegade robot played by Simu Liu, and the future of humanity is in her hands. Um, this one here I enjoyed. I enjoyed. Now, I probably enjoyed it more because it's Netflix and I was at home and I was chilling, and I love me some Jennifer Lopez, and I love Simu Liu and Sterling K. Brown, Mark Strong. I love all the actors in this movie, so I was kind of like ready for it, right? Sci-fi movie, action, Titanfall. We got these mech suits, actors I like. It checked all the boxes for me. Is it the best movie? Is it something I would super recommend? No. But is it something that I feel like you could have a fun time with? Sure. It is one of those type of movies. Will I really go back and like revisit this movie down the road? Probably not. But did I regret watching it at the end of it? I did not. I had a decent time with it. I think Jennifer Lopez's character gets a little whiny at times in this movie, and that drove me a little crazy. She is super whiny in the beginning before she gets kind of badass at the end. And I know what they were going for, but it kind of grated on me. The story's very generic. It is a very kind of just straightforward, generic sci-fi movie. But again, I had fun with it. So sue me. I would give Atlas 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good. It was a decent little watch for a Netflix movie. And then my third film, going through the weekend, I'm going to talk about here some documentaries and stuff I watched over the weekend. And I really just wanted to watch something fun. And so I went back on Netflix and I threw on a movie. It came out just a couple weeks ago. Didn't have a chance to watch it yet, so I jumped into it, and that is Unfrosted, the true story ish about the Pop Tart, right? This is directed by Jerry Seinfeld. It stars Jerry Seinfeld. It's got Melissa McCarthy, Jim Gaffigan, Hugh Grant, Amy Schumer, Max Greenfield, Rachel Harris. There's so Bill Burke. I mean, literally anyone in the comedy world pops up in this movie. Everyone's in this movie. He's got so many cameos in this film, and it's great when people pop up. Sometimes they pop up for one scene, sometimes they pop up for multiple scenes, but it's still hilarious nonetheless. Now, This movie gets a lot of grief. I saw online. I saw a lot of people being like, some people say it starts off real strong and then kind of drops off. Some people said they just absolutely hated it. Some people like it. It's kind of all over the place. So the premise here says, in a time when milk and cereal ruled breakfast, a fierce corporate battle begins over a revolutionary new pastry. Right. So this is supposed to be the true story about how the Pop Tart came to market. Um, what I loved about this movie, because I did love it, I thought it was hilarious. But this movie is very, very, it's a satire. It's a spoof. This movie, it does not take itself seriously. This is not the real true story about the Pop Tart. This is a over exaggerated premise of like, look how we figured it out, right? And the battle between Post and Kellogg's, and it's so silly and it's so over the top. But I had such a great time with it. I love spoof movies. I have a very loose sense of humor. I love to laugh. Just make me laugh and you've done your job. And Unfrosted really made me laugh. Does it get a little tiresome towards the end? A little bit. Now, the movie only runs an hour and 37 minutes, so they did a good job there of not stretching it too far, because they were borderline getting there towards the end because they do some stupid shit in this movie. But overall, I was laughing and I was really in it for the dumb story that they tried to tell. But again, you have to go into this movie knowing this is not a real true story about the Pop Tart. This is just a loosely based concept that's done in a very spoof movie kind of way. Everybody is characters of themselves. So if you can deal with that and you like that kind of humor, I think you'll dig Unfrosted. If you're looking for a more serious biographical film, you're not going to find it here with this movie. But I had a really good time with it. I enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. I give Unfrosted 4 out of 5 stars over there on Netflix for what it is, what it was meant to be. So take that for what you want. So that's our 3 movies. So Furiosa now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Atlas over on Netflix, 3 out of 5 stars. And Unfrosted, 4 out of 5 stars over on Netflix as well. Okay, going over to the TV side, we're heading on down to South Park, going to see if I can unwind. Because South Park is back with another special. They've been doing these specials for the last couple years on Paramount Plus, where it's like an hour long. It's a little mini movie. And this time it was South Park, The End of Obesity, new Paramount Plus special. Yes, making fun of Ozempic. So the advent of a new weight loss drug has a huge impact on everyone in South Park. And when Cartman is denied access to the life changing medicine, the kids jump into action. I loved this special. I thought this one was hilarious. The Lizzo joke was great. Seeing the moms in town with those Epic and everybody kind of treating it like this drug. And then poor Cartman just wanting to be skinny. This was a great one, guys. If you love South Park, this is a special you don't want to miss. Go to Paramount Plus, check out The End of Obesity. It is hilarious. So, big thumbs up on this one. And then let's see, the next new show I tried out because some people recommended it to me and said, I think you'll really like it. It's pretty funny. It's like The Office. Is this new show Tires over on Netflix as well? This one here is from Shane Gillis, and he's a writer on it. He stars in it. He was a former SNL guy. So I figured, hey, well, let's give it a shot. It's not very good. It is not very good. Um, I tried, man. I actually have a really good friend that works in this industry, and I talked to him earlier today and said, "Hey, have you checked out the show Tires? Because I thought of you." And he went, "Oh, I sure did. I was super excited to see a show in my field, and it sucked." So it's not just me, guys. It's not just me. But the crazy thing is that Netflix already renewed this show for a second season before the first season even started. So I don't know, kind of a mistake on Netflix's part because I'm not digging this one. I mean, I thank you to the people that recommended it and thought, hey, it follows kind of like The Office and stuff. This is nothing like The Office. This is a really stupid show. And I'm trying, man, because I've watched it's 6 episodes, I believe, and I have watched 3 of them. and I think I've chuckled once in each episode. It's not very good, but there's short episodes. There's only 6 episodes. I'll try to finish it and see how I feel at the end of the day. But right now, I can't really recommend this one. So that's Tires. Um, the next one I'm getting into, and I'm way behind on this one because of my wife. It's all her fault because this is The Last Thing He Told Me, which is a show that is on Apple TV Plus starring Jennifer Garner. Um, I wanted to watch this show a year ago when it came out on Apple TV Plus, but this is based on a best-selling book, and my wife wanted to read the book first before we watched the show. So we've waited a year, and my wife still has not started this book. So I said, you know what? You've had your year. We're going to watch this show. So I've watched the first 2 episodes, and so far it's just okay. It's a little slow for me. I'm still waiting to see how it kind of ramps up. It is a mystery drama based on a best-selling book. A woman must forge a relationship with her teenage stepdaughter in order to find her husband who has mysteriously disappeared. Yes, that's what it is, man. You got a little family here, husband, wife, stepdaughter. Um, Husband goes to work and doesn't come home, and now we're trying to figure out where's he at. So everyone loves this book. This show got high praise. I believe Apple TV Plus has already renewed it for a second season. So I really wanted to watch it. Like I said, I'm 2 episodes in. It's just okay at this point. But we'll see how it pans out. And then my last 2 things are going over to the documentary side. The first documentary I watched over the weekend goes back to Netflix, and it's the Ashley Madison Sex, Lies, and Scandal. This is a 3-part documentary about the dating website. That's right, when a dating site for people seeking adulterous affairs is hacked, millions of users' intimate data is exposed, wrecking marriages and destroying lives. So, yes, this was a website that I believe still runs to this day, where people who are married can go to cheat on their spouses. And there was a big data hack many years ago, and people's personal info got exposed. So, interesting documentary here, 3-part series. Really, really dug it. It didn't need to be 3 parts. I think they stretched it a little bit. But this was a really good one. So check this out on Netflix. And then the second documentary I watched over the weekend was Hollywood Con Queen. This one is on Apple TV Plus, and this one's about a mysterious figure known as the Con Queen is impersonating powerful female executives in Hollywood, luring victims with the promise of life-changing career opportunities. A journalist and a private investigator set out to find the culprit behind the scam. This is another 3-part series, and this was very interesting, man. It's another one I don't think needed to be 3 parts, but this is a very, very interesting story about someone who took advantage of a lot of people. So check this one out too. I would also recommend this one. So going back on the TV side, we got South Park, The End of Obesity. Check it out. Big thumbs up on Paramount Plus. Tires over on Netflix. The Last Thing He Told Me over on Apple TV Plus. Check it out. And then Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies, and Scandal documentary over on Netflix, and Hollywood Con Queen documentary over on Apple TV Plus. Okay, that's our reviews of the week. As we got through the movies and TV shows, let's go over to the box office. We have 2 sets of box office because it is Memorial Day weekend. So there's a 3-day box office, and then, of course, the extended 4-day. So real quick, the 3-day rolled out like this. At number 10 was Babes. Number 9, Back to Black. Number 8, Challengers. Number 7, Sight. Number 6, The Strangers Chapter 1. Number 5, The Fall Guy. Number 4, The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 3, If. Number 2 was a debut. It was Garfield, the Garfield movie with 24 million. And number 1 was Furiosa, a Mad Max saga with 26 million. So super close race for that number 1 spot, 24 and 26 million. And then when you look at the big 4-day, it still was super close, even closer. Number 2 and number 1 were the same. Number 2 is the Garfield movie, but it made 31.2 million over the 4 days, and Furiosa made 32.3. So only about a million off from each other for the big 4-day weekend for Memorial Day. But man, this was a bummer of a box office. Again, movies are disappointing. We saw the disappointment with The Fall Guy. I think they wanted Planet of the Apes to do a little bit more. Um, if they definitely wanted to do more. And then Garfield they thought would do a lot more. Furiosa they thought would do a lot more. This was the worst Memorial Day box office weekend in over 3 decades. Can you believe that? 3 decades. So I don't know what's going on. People are not going to the movie theaters, and it's very, very odd. Get back to the theaters, guys. There's not really much coming out this weekend. I'll be back in the theater though because it's the 30th anniversary of the original The Crow. I can't believe it's been 30 years, but I love The Crow. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So me, Friggins, and Geeky Pat, we're going to see The Crow on Thursday night. I cannot wait for that. There's no new releases this weekend, and then next weekend we're back for Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Bad Boys Ride or Die hits theaters next week. Super excited about that one. And then we'll see how June kind of pans out at the box office. Hopefully, it's good stuff. Fingers crossed. Now, do want to shout out. Now, I'm not supposed to really talk about this, so I'm not going to give any specifics, but I saw a very early screening of The Electric State. This is the new Russo brothers movie. The Russo brothers, who of course did Infinity War and Endgame and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Civil War. The Russo brothers are awesome, and this is a big sci-fi kind of family film that they have coming out. I don't even know if it's going to come out this year, to be honest, because I saw a work in progress version. But it stars Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown, and it's a futuristic movie about a war of robots and humans. I can't tell you about it. I can't tell you what I thought. I am under embargo, but I saw it, and it's pretty cool that I've seen it this early. In a work in progress, like I said, it was unfinished, but pretty damn awesome to get my eyes on that one. And yeah, we'll talk about it later when I'm allowed to. So, but I did want to kind of shout that out, that it was pretty cool because it doesn't even have a release date right now. All right, guys. With that stuff out the way, let's get into our news of the week. And we're starting right off with Netflix revealing their first look at Liam Hemsworth taking over the role of Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher. That's right. The journey continues. It is a little video they put out. It's about 45 seconds long of The Witcher with his horse. And when the camera pans up, he kind of looks over his shoulder. And yes, it is no longer Henry Cavill. It is Liam Hemsworth. So take a look at that and see what you think. Marvel is officially moving forward with a Vision TV series. We've heard the rumors for a while now that it was a show called Vision Quest. I don't know if that's still going to be the title, but they are setting a date that the Vision series will come out in 2026 with Paul Bettany returning. And then Marvel has also tapped Star Trek Picard executive producer Terry Matalas to resurrect Vision with Paul Bettany for Disney Plus series that will come out in 2026. Bettany will return for the role, and Matalas will serve as the showrunner. So there we go, man. I love it. They're putting the ducks in a row. We're getting White Vision back, and he's going to get his own series. So very excited about that news. Rupert Friend, the British actor who appeared in Wes Anderson's Asteroid City, will star alongside Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey in the all-new Jurassic World movie that's being made by Universal Pictures. So good to see Rupert Friend. He's always great when he joins these movies. And we'll see what he can do in the new Jurassic Park. Congratulations to Deadpool and Wolverine. First day ticket sales set records for the R-rated movie. That's right, online ticketing service Fandango, which services a majority of the movie circuits, reports brisk first day sales for Deadpool and Wolverine, saying they were the best of 2024 to date, as well as a franchise best and the best ever for an R-rated feature. That is awesome, and that might be the savior of the box office this summer. Deadpool and Wolverine. Very excited about that. We have the first full trailer for Jake Gyllenhaal's new show, Presumed Innocent, which is coming to Apple TV Plus. This looks fantastic. And again, this gives me a chance to hype Apple TV Plus. If you are not subscribed to Apple TV Plus, it costs like $6 a month. There is no reason. It's the cheapest streamer out there. Get Apple TV Plus. This streamer is the best. Every show that they put out is almost a banger. They have the best track record. I was telling a friend earlier today that, man, when a show comes out on Apple TV Plus, I just know right away I'm going to give it a shot because they kick it out the park 9 times out of 10. They have the most consistent banger after banger after banger shows. So get Apple TV Plus, and then you can watch Presumed Innocent, which looks like another banger. So let's go. We have the trailer for The Great Lillian Hall, which is Jessica Lange's new HBO original movie. Brothers, which stars Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage, their new action comedy, is hitting streaming on October 17th. We have the trailer for Emperor of Ocean Park, which is coming to MGM Plus. The new drama will drop on July 14th. The Nurse Jackie sequel series was supposed to be on Showtime, like the original series was, but it's been chopped off, and Prime Video has picked it up. So, yes, the Nurse Jackie sequel series will now be at home on Prime Video. Universal is developing the Munsters reboot and a car wash TV series. Very interesting there. Ao Edebiri is joining the Hunt cast for Luca Cudagino's new thriller movie. Liam Neeson finds his next action thriller in a movie called Mongoose. We have the new trailer for Harold and the Purple Crayon starring Zachary Levi. So check that out based on the kids' books. A new dating series called Virgin Island has been ordered over on Hulu. We have the trailer for Bratz, which focuses on the Brat Pack. So you can see Andrew McCarthy, Rob Lowe, Demi Moore, and others revisit the Brat Pack. So check out the trailer for that coming soon to Hulu, which definitely looks pretty cool. Steven Spielberg has lined up his next feature film, which will be released in 2026 and written by Jurassic Park and War of the Worlds scribe David Cope. Universal Pictures is backing the movie, which will open in theaters on May 15th, 2026. We have the brand new trailer for Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. That's right, it's coming to Netflix on July 3rd. This trailer was fantastic. I am so looking forward to Eddie Murphy back as Axel Foley. We ready for the Neutron dance. This looks great, and I cannot wait. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. Speaking of trailers, we got the new one for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, that's right, Michael Keaton is back. Tim Burton hits theaters on September 6th. This trailer's great because we get to see more Beetlejuice, and I'm excited, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, everyone's favorite serial killer had to start somewhere. Guess what? We're getting a Dexter prequel series. I love Dexter. Honestly, it's one of my all-time favorite shows, and they're doing a new series on Showtime called Dexter Original Sin. This is going to be on Paramount Plus with the Showtime plan. And Patrick Gibson has been cast as Dexter Morgan. Again, this is a prequel series, so you're seeing how he got his start as a kid. So everybody is a lot younger. Christian Slater's been added to the cast. He's going to play Harry Morgan, Dexter's dad. And I'm excited, man. You know, I thought they were going to do another sequel series with Dexter's son, and Dexter would be kind of like that voice in his head guiding him through the kills. But they decided to do this instead. And you know what? Even though, again, we're talking about prequels and we kind of know, like, well, obviously he's not going to get caught because it's Dexter, right? We got like 9 seasons. We know what's going to happen with this guy. But I'm interested because I do love this show so much to go back and see what they do with this. So Dexter Original Sin coming soon to Paramount Plus. So keep an eye out for that. And we got your full cast list if you're interested as well. Jason Schwartzman, along with Eva Longoria and Danielle Brooks, are joining Michelle Pfeiffer in Amazon MGM holiday comedy, Oh, What Fun. Glenn Powell, along with Anthony Mackie and Laura Dern, are going to lead a new legal drama called Monsanto, which is also coming to Netflix. We have the trailer for A Sacrifice, which stars Eric Bana along with Sadie Sink. The Naked Gun reboot has added Cody Rhodes and Busta Rhymes along with Liza Koshy to the cast. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I geeked out at seeing Cody Rhodes joining the cast of this one, so that's pretty cool there. We have the trailer for Reverse the Curse, which is David Duchovny's new dramedy. Night Always Comes is a new movie being put together. It's a new Netflix thriller, and Julia Fox, along with Eli Roth, have joined Vanessa Kirby in the upcoming Netflix thriller, which we all love Vanessa Kirby. We have the trailer for Descendants: The Rise of Red, which is the new Disney Plus movie. The high school series about Tegan and Sarah has been canceled over at Freevee after just 1 season. Wild Cards has been renewed for season 2 over on CW. Celine Dion opens up about her health troubles in an emotional documentary trailer that's coming soon on Prime Video. Lioness season 2 production is on the way. That's right, Taylor Sheridan's espionage series starring Zoe Saldana is currently now underway. So I love it, man. Love Lioness season 1. Glad that we're moving forward on number 2. Dove Cameron, along with Avon Jogia, is set to star in James Wan's new thriller series based on the novel 56 Days called Obsession. Sylvester Stallone has revealed that September should be the release month for Tulsa King season 2. So no exact date, but he says it will come out in September. So very excited. Love Tulsa King. Can't wait for season 2. Ving Rhames is stepping into the North American ring to coach a young female fighter in the boxing drama called Uppercut. Um, Damon Lindelof has been confirmed on working on the new Green Lantern TV series, Lanterns. This is exciting. James Gunn announced this. Damon Lindelof, everybody loves this guy. He, of course, did Watchmen. So great to see him added to the writing team for the Green Lantern Corps TV series. Knives Out 3 is coming next year, and it has a title, Wake Up Dead Man. That's right. We had Knives Out, we had Glass Onion, now we got Wake Up Dead Man, and it is officially confirmed for 2025, a new Knives Out mystery. So awesome there. We have the trailer for Reagan, which stars Dennis Quaid as the 40th U.S. president and his journey to the White House. The Girls on the Bus has been canceled over on Max. We have the Bear season 3 trailer that dropped. Jeffrey Wright is joining The Last of Us season 2 as Isaac, which is the character he actually played in the video game. So great addition there. We all love Jeffrey Wright, so that's awesome to see him joining The Last of Us season 2. A new My Bloody Valentine movie is reportedly in the works from Blumhouse. Death by Lightning cast has added Bradley Whitford and Shea Wingham to the Netflix series. Paul Mescal is being eyed to star in Sam Mendes' new Beatles movie that he's putting together. Um, Dennis Quaid has also joined This Blue Is Mine cast for the upcoming sci-fi drama movie. Still Up has been canceled after just one season on Apple TV Plus. Um, let's see. Box office. We talked about box office, so I'm going to skip that. Going back to Damon Lindelof, who did Lost and Watchmen, he's joining Chris Mundy, who is also the other writer that has been confirmed for the Green Lantern series titled Lanterns. So it looks like they've moved away from the Green Lantern Corps, and now it's just going to be called Lanterns. Josh O'Connor and Kaylee Spaney have joined the cast for the new Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead Man. So we're starting to put that cast together there, which is pretty cool. Dwayne The Rock Johnson unveils the production start for the live action Moana movie. He says they should be filming that towards the end of the year. Speaking of Moana, the first full trailer for Moana 2, the animated movie, comes out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that as we drop that trailer. But yes, after that movie comes out, they're going to be filming the live action Moana movie that's going to come out in 2026. So that's going to be pretty cool. Walton Goggins describes the next season of The White Lotus season 3 as very meta on every level. I love that. So can't wait to see what ends up happening there. Um, Andrew Scott also just added earlier today to the cast of Knives Out 3. Andrew Scott has joined the cast. The actor will star in the whodunit titled Wake Up Dead Man alongside the previously announced Josh O'Connor and Kaylee Spaney. Daniel Craig will, of course, reprise his role as Benoit Blanc. Moana 2 hitting theaters on November 27th. So once again, keep an eye out for that trailer tomorrow. Diablo Cody is producing Death of a Pop Star adaptation, and a new writer has been added to the project. Divine Joy Randolph has joined the cast of A24's Eternity, which also stars Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen. Dolph Lundgren, along with Charlotte Kirk, are set to star in a new action movie called Fight or Flight. The Ark Season 2 has been given a new release date for the sci-fi series, June 17th. So keep your eyes open for that. Glenn Powell says he is still working on the Captain Planet movie, but there's nothing concrete on this front. But he says he's not giving up on it, and they're trying to get this movie made. We have the teaser trailer for Wolves, which is the new George Clooney, Brad Pitt movie. What's his face? George Miller. George Miller has stated that he is going to do a black and chrome version of Furiosa, which is something he did for Mad Max Fury Road. So no shocker here that he would do it for Furiosa. And the new teaser trailer for the final season of The Umbrella Academy, which premieres on Netflix on August 8th, is getting a teaser trailer tomorrow as well. So we're getting the Moana trailer tomorrow and the final season trailer for The Umbrella Academy. It is just a teaser trailer, so don't expect much because Netflix likes to hide a lot of stuff. But it's going to hit Netflix on August 8th, and the teaser trailer will drop tomorrow. And on that note, my friends, it's the end of our show. We've reached the end of the road at a nice 35 minutes. Look at that. Beautiful. So thank you. I think it helped with Memorial Day. I think we lost a whole day of news. So thank you again for joining me on this ride as we got caught up with the latest and greatest. Make sure you follow all the socials. It's amiontheair.com is the official webpage. Listen to the show, follow the socials. Everything is on amiontheair.com. Or go to facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow on Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it, at simply Am I on the Air. You can follow me directly at DonMega. It's the same handles over on Threads if you like to use that instead of X, whichever way. We're over on both of them. Most of this news, along with all the trailers, is on our X page. So make sure, again, you don't even have to have Twitter. Just go to twitter.com/Am I on the Air, and you'll be able to view everything right there. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Pandora. We're on everything. Just subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Make it easy on you. Whatever platform you use, just give a thumbs up, subscribe, support the show. We really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. Just support us. So, and make sure you follow the other socials over on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all simply at Am I on the Air. The show does stream on our YouTube channel as well. And we do the quick reaction videos on our TikTok page. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, man. Every time we watch a movie, we do a 60-second quick reaction video. Check it out. I do share them on the Instagram page as well, too, but they originate on TikTok. And thank you to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com and the Pop Culture Pros. So follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio and at popculture_pros. Thank you for always streaming our show on demand. And that'll do it for me right here tonight on this Tuesday, May the 28th. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you all have an amazing week. Like I said, Thursday, I'm going to be checking out The Crow. Can't wait to see that 30th anniversary on the big screen. Can't rain all the time. And like I said, and then next week, it's Bad Boys time. We got a lot coming up down the road. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!